Good morning. It's Saturday, September 14th. I'm Stephanie Bertini in the Fox 5 newsroom. Thanks for joining us live on the Fox Local App. We're following a deadly police-involved shooting in Brooklyn. Police say Vilman Jean-Baptiste was killed after he attempted to stab an officer with a knife. It happened last night in Flatbush. Baptiste was wanted in connection to multiple homicides. The NYPD has a new police commissioner. Tom Donlan was sworn in yesterday as the new interim commissioner. He replaces Edward Caban, who resigned after federal agents raided his home. Donlan is now the fourth commissioner since 2021. All right, checking the forecast now. A beautiful, sunny and warm Saturday tonight. Temperatures in the mid-60s tomorrow. Another gorgeous day. AirPods will soon be able to do more than just play your music. The FDA approved a new software that can actually transform them into hearing aids. Fox 5's Jessica Formoso picks it up from here.
A lot of buzz surrounding Apple's AirPods Pro 2. The wireless earbuds will soon be used as hearing aids.
I think this is a great step forward because of the stigma associated with it. And like all technologies, this is still nascent. So if it works for people with mildly impaired hearing, I think there's a high chance that technology develops, and this is always the case.
The FDA approving the first over-the-counter hearing aid software device, saying it will amplify sounds for individuals 18 or older with mild to moderate hearing loss.
We definitely would not recommend this if you do have any significant medical issues with your hearing that for something that you would need to see an ear doctor for, such as ringing in your ears, dizziness, any drainage from your ears.
More than 30 million Americans have some degree of hearing loss. 2 years ago, the FDA approved the purchase of over-the-counter hearing aids without the need for a medical exam, prescription, or seeing an audiologist, providing more access.
When you have a hearing loss, it definitely isolates you from family, from friends. If over-the-counter hearing aids makes that introduction to the hearing world easier, I'm all for that. But eventually we may need to move these patients into more prescriptive hearing aids eventually.
This is how it would work. You would download the hearing aid feature software, take a 5-minute hearing test. After that, one can self-fit the earpods to their needs, adjusting the volume, tone, and balance. The iOS 18 software will be available in October. Now, one thing to mention is that the AirPods Pro 2 are significantly cheaper than purchasing a prescribed hearing aid. In Forest Hills, I'm Jessica Formoso, Fox 5 News.
The driver accused of hitting and killing NHL player Johnny Gaudreau and his brother faced a judge yesterday. Prosecutors say 43-year-old Sean Higgins had a blood alcohol level above the legal limit. According to prosecutors, Higgins told police that he had 5 or 6 beers that day and admitted to consuming alcohol while driving. A judge ordered him to remain in custody until the trial. The Gaudreau brothers were biking in New Jersey when they were hit. All right, a rare and aggressive species of yellow jackets has people in Connecticut concerned. Fox 5's Richard Giacovis has more on why these insects are suddenly popping up in our area.
Bruce Park in Greenwich after school was the place to be on this summer-like September Friday, but the buzz around these parts of Connecticut?
Here they come. Look at them come out of there.
Are these yellow jackets?
They are bad. Yes, absolutely. I'm always here with kids. Yeah.
A new vicious kind of yellow jacket that's never been seen here before.
The summers are hotter. The winters are not as cold as they used to be.
Self-proclaimed yellow jacket expert Norman Patterson Jr. is warning residents to be on the defense of the southern yellow jacket, a species that is more aggressive than its brothers and sisters. So aggressive that they'll sting and bite a person several times without dying, posing a danger to those allergic to wasps.
When you disturb their nest, they come screaming out at you.
This yellow jacket expert is not a pest control service. Instead, he vacuum traps these insects and brings them back to a medical lab. He came across his first southern yellow jacket nest about 2 summers ago. This year, he found more than a dozen nests.
There are some people who go into anaphylactic shock when they get stung, and laboratories need people like me to collect the insects alive without pesticides, and then they use them for desensitization.
If you're out and about this weekend, Patterson says look for southern yellow jackets by comparing them to the eastern yellow jacket. They're twice the size. This is a few examples of nests he's come across in recent weeks from northern to southern Connecticut.
The advice that I give people is be vigilant. Look for holes in the ground. Look for cracks in the house.
In Greenwich, Richard Giacobas, Fox 5 News.
Justin Timberlake appearing inside a Long Island courtroom on Friday, where he pleaded guilty to the lesser charge of driving while impaired in connection to his drunken driving incident back in June. As part of the plea deal, Timberlake agreed to pay a fine of $760, have his driver's license suspended in New York for 90 days, and speak out about the dangers of drunk driving following court.
And so what I'd like to say to everyone watching and listening, even if you've had one drink, don't get behind the wheel of a car.
The judge also tacked on 25 hours of community service at a charity of his choosing, saying the deal was favorable to Timberlake. It's been years in the making, but the centerpiece of the World War I memorial is finally finished. The $8 million sculpture was unveiled last night on Pennsylvania Avenue in Washington, D.C. The 58-foot-long bronze sculpture is called A Soldier's Journey. It follows the journey of a soldier from the day he left for war and said goodbye to his daughter to the many battles he endured during the Great War, culminating with his homecoming. A New Jersey artist began work on the project more than a decade ago, receiving funding from a number of wealthy donors. Governor Kathy Hochul is back at work after having a procedure to remove a tiny speck of skin cancer from her nose. She has a message for New Yorkers now.
Early detection is everything. This was tiny. I noticed it. My doctor noticed it. We got it removed, sparing all kinds of problems in the future. You need to do the same. Keep an eye on your body, get your checkups, and make sure your family does the same, because there's nothing like early detection to make sure it doesn't happen to you.
Hochul also says her nose is a little swollen from the procedure and thanked people for their well wishes. All right, Hudson River Park is the place to be this weekend. The New York Latin Food Festival taking over Pier 76. And as Fox 5's Duarte Geraldino tells us, there's everything from tacos to the ultimate salsa showdown.
This free festival is going on through Saturday night on Pier 76 near Jacob Javits Convention Center. As soon as you walk onto the pier, the aroma of food just grabs you. South American grilled meats, specialty drinks from North America, little appetizers from the Caribbean like Christian Mendez's The Pincho Truck.
In New York City, there's a whole bunch of meat on a stick in New York City. What's different about your meat over here?
Yeah, well, we import our spices directly from Puerto Rico to make sure that we have that real authentic taste to it.
But this festival's about more than just food. Dozens of food vendors are coming together with artists and performers like Colombian traditional dancer Daniela Serna to give New York a taste of Latin culture in honor of Hispanic Heritage Month.
We saw you up there on stage. What were you thinking when you were on that stage and all those people were looking at you?
I was thinking that I'm very lucky because we are here in the most beautiful spot in New York City. While I was playing, I was smelling the sea.
In one corner, you'll even find a sea of life-sized, faceless Dominican dolls telling a unique story.
What is this? I see a mannequin, but what does it actually represent?
And this hard-working woman that's always in charge, that she doesn't care going outside, wearing her rollers, wearing her dress. She's proud of who she is.
I'm painting a mural for the New York Latin Food Festival, and it's going to be a bunch of Latin dishes.
So what does food represent to you? That people should come out to the Latin Food Festival.
Love.
On the Hudson River Park's Pier 76, Duarte Geraldino, Fox 5 News.
And that does it for us this morning. I'm Stephanie Bertini. Have a great day. And remember, Fox 5 News is always streaming here on the Fox Local app.